Hey, we be headed out on a treasure hunt in search of a little of the Captain's Private Reserve. Normally I can get some of this treasure about a mile from home, sometimes 9 miles, but alright, we're moving again. So yeah, in search of the treasure, the elusive treasure. Normally I can, with ease, there's plenty to pillage within a mile of my house. As the crow flies, it's probably only about half a mile. If that doesn't work, there's another place I can go about 9 miles away. But unfortunately we were pillaged last weekend. All the bikers and the gangs and the whatnots. So I have to go in search of, did some research, and on the famous maps there, X marks the spot, and we're just going to make a quick run up, because there'll be only 2 pieces left, and I want one of them for me own. Ah, crap, man, everything's backed up. So we'll be playing a little bit of hooky from work. Take an hour or so. But I was at the point where I had to get out. I had to get out. Been cooped up all week. Four and a half, 5 days. I've snuck out of the house only twice. Once in search of the treasure, and once to get some groceries. Outside of that, I haven't even left the house. Well, that's not true. I left the house Monday night because the power went out. And I'm like, wonder what that's all about. Out and I see my neighbor standing in the street, so I stick my head out the window and there's a tree across the wires. Ah, crap. So the fire department had already been there, watched the wire burn through and blocked off the street and left. Alright, just gonna wait for the power crew to show up. But they were there post haste and forthwith, and once they showed up on site, it was only about half an hour and all the power was back on. And when I was watching them cut the tree off the wire, I was like, oh crap, probably wiped out the cable, and Lord knows how long it'll take those boys to come back and restore cable and internet. But they were on top of it, by Joe. But the cable and the internet weren't affected. They cut the tree, and I watched some bouncing, and I watched the cable wire bouncing, and I'm like, well, that's good news. As long as it didn't screw up the connection, and they turned the power on, and everything started working right away, so it was like, yay. Yeah, outside of the house 3 times this week. Week weather-wise, it's like Mother Nature says, 2 tickets, please. Keep your hands and feet inside and enjoy the ride. I'm like, well, that's Mother Nature, but hotter than hell Monday and Tuesday, and then the cold front came through, and it's been cool, and today it hadn't even else. That says 69, so this usually runs 5 degrees warm, so it's 64 degrees. Which would explain why the fingers on my hands are freezing. I have to put my gloves on for the ride home. the day the tree came down, I went down and looked at it, and it made no sense. It's like, why did this tree, because the stump looked fairly healthy from what I could see, why did this tree fall down now? We don't have any high winds going on. What could it be? Even if the tree's rotting away and whatnot, usually it takes a gust of wind or something to push it over. So I'm guessing a big fat ass bear went and scratched his butt on it and knocked it over. There are crazier theories than that one out there. Buddy up in Littleton, they have their inflatable pools set up. Those are pretty cool inventions. Just fill it full of water and it fills itself up and stands up. And no fuss, no muss. You can take it down in the fall and put it away so it stays protected for the winter. But I imagine if the bear that walked by his pool this morning, as he showed on his, he shared his one of his security cameras, decided to try to climb up and go swimming, you'd probably have a flat pool and a whole shitload of water in your backyard. Oh well, what can you do? One of the dangers of living in bar country. Now around here, when you go to bed at night, you close up all your doors and sliders and so forth, because if you don't, you could wake up with a bear sniffing around your house. Well, and there are a few nights where I forget, but I'm surprised I don't have more of a problem, because I don't clean my grills as good as you should in bear country. And there's bears in the neighborhood. I just don't think they like me. Everybody in the neighborhood's posting pictures of the bears. Look at the bears, look at the bears. Oh my God, the bears, the bears. Me, once you come up and knock on the damn door, I've seen one of them in 5 years I've lived here. Cousin goes out and finds their fences knocked over, and she's got pictures on her game cameras of a bear looking right in the camera. She's got chickens. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Not so bad. How are you today?
Oh, so far so good. Oh, and there it is.
Yes.
A successful mission. 86 cents. So most of my camping supplies have been successfully purchased. Yay! There was much rejoicing. But New Hampshire, the state owns the liquor stores. You can buy beer and wine in a lot of other places, but you want the good stuff, the state owns them. But it also provides an advantage in that. Yeah, crap. Provides an advantage in that they do a pretty good online website where you can go and see all the prices of all the various spirits and wines that they sell. They don't sell beer, but spirit and wine positively. And I went on there today and there's like 5 bottles of this stuff in a whole freaking state. Actually, I think it's 15 bottles. And 2 of them are in that store right there. Guy was telling me, and they just got them today. So I think it's a good thing if I wanted one that I made the journey to get it.